Right.
That they'll go away.
Well, and we should see improvement this afternoon. And actually, in a couple minutes, I've got a really interesting animation to show how it sets up and how it really affects the weather there. But right now, I want to start with the northwest, Sam. We've cleared out just in time. Take a look at this picture behind me. This is amazing. This is the Aurora Borealis. And what's so cool is this was taken from the National Weather Service office in Seattle. Yep. Last night.
You get a great aurora even in Seattle?
You know, I don't see a lot. I see from Minnesota or northern Michigan, right? But yeah, northwestern Washington, they got to see it last night. We're in sort of a minor electromagnetic storm right now. And so there's a chance again tonight. And folks, I would look, if you're in a northern latitude and have clear skies, look this evening and check it out. Right now, we are clear in Seattle. And right now, with temperatures at 40 degrees, these clear skies are going to be good to us over the next couple of days, warming up our temperatures. That upper level low that's been affecting us for days has moved out. So finally, we're getting a break from it all. Temperatures sitting in the 30s and near 40 this morning. All right, so here we go. Sunshine and sunny days ahead for us in the northwest. We're going to be watching that today. Move our temperatures up into the 60s. Portland, we get into the 70s, down toward Medford, upper 70s. And then look at the trend. And this is the case for everyone in the northwest. Each day a little warmer than the last. And Sunday heading up to 70 in Seattle. And all the while, we got sunshine, Sam.
All right. It's
is that wind. There's Santa Ana winds. We know all too well here. It's an east wind that gets us. And we're going to talk about how it sets up and what it means for the area. So what happens is you get this big high pressure that builds in today across the northwest. We're going to have that area of low pressure sitting, not moving too quickly east, but it's there enough to help funnel the wind in from the east. And it gets forced up and over the mountains here across Southern California. We're talking about the Santa Anas, but also the San Gabriels and the other mountains across this region. So we are going to be looking for the winds to be very strong and gusty and dry as they come down the mountains. That air gets so dried out. So it's a big concern, not just for the winds themselves, but for the fire danger. And so that's why red flag warnings are in effect all across this area. The winds are going to be gusty again today. They have been very gusty, up over 60 miles per hour. We've seen reports like around the Tustin foothills. But expecting today those winds to pick up as we get through the morning. They should die off into the afternoon, but late morning we could see winds gusting over 30, maybe close to 40 miles per hour. And again, it's a concern. Winds themselves can be a hazard, but because of the dry conditions here, it's a fire danger across the southwest. And that's one of our biggest concerns when the Santa Ana winds set up lately anyway with the drought that we got going on here across the southwest. Sam.
Jen, the video of a woman.
When we say it's amazing out there, this picture tells the story. Look at this amazing view that folks saw this morning looking out over the rolling fields in Kentucky. So you see this very broad arc-shaped cloud out here. This is a shelf cloud. And this is a thunderstorm that was rolling in through Kentucky. We've seen a lot of rain, a lot of lightning this morning in Kentucky. This kind of cloud indicates that we've got some very strong gusty winds coming out of the thunderstorm and sort of pushing up as they hit the ground, pushing back up, and then forming that. You can see that edge to the cloud right there in front of it. Just amazing, these shelf clouds. These kind of thunderstorms typically do bring some very strong gusty winds. Sometimes they bring hail, but not often. But Cantori, I mean, hailstorms, I think, are going to be the most kind of severe weather we memorable as it turns out. Really, it is a concern because we've got a lot of rain out there. I want to talk about Kentucky rain right now, and we are dealing with it right across the Bowling Green area. Watching that storm system, that little cluster of showers and storms, a lot of lightning with this as well. Here, not move east very quickly. In Bowling Green, we picked up about an inch of rain since about 5 o'clock this morning. It's been coming down very steadily and very heavily at times. There has been some flooding. In fact, multiple instances of flooded or impassable roads in and around Bowling Green. It's mostly standing water, not moving water, but still standing water could cause an issue if it's tall enough. It could stall out your car or cause some damage. So be aware of the dangers there. Turn around, don't drown, or barf, back away real fast. Any way you can remember it, that's what's important, right? All right, so we track that out, but we still track the shower chances through today into this evening. So we really don't get to dry out. It is that rain, rinse, repeat kind of scenario that we're in here. Widespread areas of about 1 to 2 inches of rain today in Kentucky. And then we fast forward to the weekend, and we're going to see the weekend forecast getting wet again as we track this next weather maker coming in. Widespread rain from Saturday to Sunday throughout the Midwest. Kentucky, that means us. We're back in it too. And by by Sunday night, we're seeing the front and out ahead of it, all the moisture spreading in, and eventually it spreads into the northeast. But behind the front, there's another story to tell here, Sam, and that's the huge temperature change coming too. So very busy time frame coming up as we look at all kinds of weather happening from the Midwest.
Yeah, and so much
across portions of the southeast, especially closer to the Appalachians, like from Atlanta to Athens to Greenville, Spartanburg up there. Now, we do have rain to talk about, though, here in Alabama, and we're dealing with it right now. We've got showers out there on Birmingham. We've had heavy rain. In fact, it's falling right now in Montgomery and up around Huntsville this morning. We had some hailstorms, so it's been a busy morning out there, and you can see where we got the showers continuing through the area, spreading up now back into Tennessee. Another round of rain heading your way in Nashville a little later on. Here's that front I was talking about that came through the Atlanta area, and really all of us in the southeast from Charlotte to Atlanta felt the impacts of that. I'll tell you what, I mean, look at the difference.
Look at
69
Charlotte,
in Jackson, and look at Charlotte, 47.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing
Crazy.
good about an east wind. The only thing good about this east wind is that it will protect you somewhat in the southeast from any severe weather. So we did get those hailstorms in northern Alabama. You're not going to get that kind of weather in Georgia today. So what's going to happen, though, along that front, we'll get some showers, and the moisture overrunning that will bring in more showers to the area. And we are going to see showers on the increase through the southeast as we get you through the day today. You'll see that. Look at I-20. A mess of a ride this afternoon. Going home from work in Birmingham at 5 o'clock. If you got to get home in time for something this evening, you're going to need to leave early because we have all this rain coming on in. And the shower chances stay with us through today. Atlanta, Greenville, you see it. It's on again, off again, cloudy and cool. New Orleans, on the other hand, it's warmer, but we got the chance for thunderstorms there.
So, Jen, driving in this morning at 0 dark 30, the first